Here's a quick video on how to replace the carbon filter to your Clarifi high flow, high capacity filtration system. So the first thing we want to do is make sure that both my hot and my cold supply stops are in the off position and that my faucet handle is in the on position. Next, I've also got a towel for some light water cleanup, and I can remove my filter cartridge by giving it a quarter turn clockwise. Now that we have our old cartridge removed, we can grab our new cartridge, remove the plastic covering that comes in, and also the plastic top that covers those O-rings. Now's a great time for me to visually inspect the cartridge, just checking the housing to make sure I don't see any evidence of any damage, and also paying close attention to these O-rings at the top, making sure that they look like they're in good working order and seated in the right positions. Also, on the back of the cartridge is a great spot to go ahead and write the install date of the new cartridge, so go ahead and do that. Once you're ready, we're going to install the new cartridge just like we removed the old. Again, on the top, I'm just going to check to make sure I have this little bottom of the T here facing towards the front of the manifold. Gently fit it up into the bottom, a little bit of a turn until it seats correctly, and then give it a quarter counterclockwise turn to lock it into place. Now that we have our new cartridge installed, we also need to remember to reset the filter life icon shown on our display. To do this, I'm going to hold down the settings button for 3 seconds until it beeps. And you can see my filter icon is flashing. Then I'm going to hold down the filter reset button for 3 seconds until it beeps. We've now reset our filter life icon, and now I can exit the settings mode by pressing the settings button one last time. All right, at this point we can start flushing our system. So I want to make sure that my handle up top is in the off position, and then I'm going to turn on both my hot and my cold supply stops. Now that we have the supplies turned on, we can go back up top and turn our faucet to the full cold position to allow some water to start running through our filtration system. What this is going to do is essentially flush our lines, purging the system of any air or carbon particles that may be trapped inside. As this is running, I think it's a great idea to go ahead and double check all of my connections down here as well to make sure I don't see any evidence of leaks within the system that may need to be corrected. After I've let that run for say about 10 minutes, I'm going to stop the flow of water, and that'll wrap up the replacement of your carbon filter. Now, if you have any additional questions, remember you can always reach out to the Delta Faucet customer service team. They're more than happy to help.